300 subscribers. That's it. 300 people, and somehow my tiny channel I started at 43 years of age has quietly changed everything for me. And not in the way I expected. Not with viral videos or brand deals or some overnight success story. But before I tell you how it changed my life, let me take you to where this actually started, because it didn't start with confidence. It started with loss. I had a career I loved, decades of work that I was genuinely proud of. National television, policy, speech writing for government ministers, the kind of work that tells the world I matter. And then life asked me to make a different choice. And I left my stable 6-figure job. My family needed me, and not in a small way, but a fully, completely all-in way. And I do that again. But nobody warns you that when you step away from a career that you love, you don't just lose a job. You lose a piece of yourself. I remember sitting one day and thinking, who am I now beyond mom and wife? What do I do with my skills, experience, and all that I still have to say? So one very early morning, as my husband and I were talking before the kids woke up, he suggested, why don't you start your own YouTube channel? And in the same second, I felt excited and terrified. The thought of putting myself out there. More than that, I had absolutely no idea how to go about it. What I wanted to talk about, how to film on a phone, or if I should be using a camera, how to light a room, how to video edit. I had been a television reporter many years ago, but this was a whole different ballgame. There was no camera person, video editors, technicians, copy editors. There was no team. I was a one-woman operation, and it was a huge learning curve for me. I made a lot of mistakes. I remember at least on 3 different occasions, I recorded full videos with my best energy, best expressions, really giving it everything. And then realized I had forgotten to press the record button. I remember being so mad at myself. There were videos where I realized later that my hairbrush was in the frame or the side lights had come in. Videos where the mic wasn't connected and I spoke in silence for 15 minutes before I realized it. And every single time I set it up again. I recorded again. Every week, one video, no matter what. Because something about this felt important. And then in the middle of all that, the moments that made everything real started happening. I started getting messages from strangers all over the world, saying something I said helped them. I don't think I can ever describe how that makes you feel. A friend reached out to me to tell me that something I said in a video had moved her so much that she seriously started considering a career move, and she built an entire plan for her next chapter. Her whole vision for what she wanted to do next. Something because of what I had said. Another person who I didn't know, a friend's friend, asked if I could meet. She wanted some guidance around her own life. She was not even a subscriber, but had randomly seen a couple of my videos. But the moment I think about the most, my daughter, she watched me just as I was about to begin recording one day. She'd seen my videos before, but she had never actually seen me step into it, prepare for it, actually start talking on camera. And the way she looked at me in that moment, she seemed so proud of me. I can never forget that look. Few days later after that, she was being interviewed for a student leadership position at school. And at the end of her interview, they asked her, who would you like to become? And she said, and this fills me up with emotion every time, she said, my mom. Those moments, they do something to you. She has never told me why. And my son, he likes to see me talking on the screen sometimes, and he keeps opening my videos now and then. He keeps asking me how he can help. It fills me up every single time that he wants to be a part of it. That is everything. That is the whole point. One day, long after I'm gone, or many, many years from now, they'll see something that I made and they'll say, that was my mom. That's the legacy I'm building. So my 300 subscribers, That's what you've given me. And it is everything. And if and when we get to 1000 subscribers, I'll be right back here telling you how it's changed my life then. For the first time in a very long time, I have felt like the whole of me is being utilized. The journalist in me, the storyteller, the researcher, the woman who still has things to say. All of it finally has a home. After a very long time, I started getting out of bed excited. Actually excited. The challenges in my life, like we all have, didn't disappear. They are still very much there, but they've become smaller because I have this little channel. And when something hard is happening, when a difficult thought or situation is weighing on me, I think I get to go back to my channel and work on it. And that thought alone puts a smile on my face. I am literally changing, improving by what I'm creating. When I made a video about journaling, I started journaling more regularly. When I researched the effects of ancient wellness practices, I started living them more seriously. When I dug into the science of simple puzzles and their wonderful effects on our brain, I started doing them more diligently. I'm telling you this because I know a lot of you have something. A project, an idea, a business, a creative dream, something you think about often but haven't started yet. And I understand the uncertainty, the fear. I know it deeply. I thought, what if I fail? What if everyone who knows me sees that? What if it doesn't work out? So let me ask you this. Those people whose opinion is stopping you from taking that next step, will that matter in 5 years? In 1 year? In 6 months? The worst case, you try, it doesn't work out, and you find something else to do. You find your footing again. That's it. That's the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, you get out of bed excited again. You become someone your kids point out to. I started this at 43 with no audience, no plan, and a record button I kept forgetting to press. Sometimes the smallest experiments end up changing our lives in ways we never imagined. This little YouTube channel did exactly that for me, and if I can do this, you can start your thing too. So thank you truly to every single one of you who has watched, liked, commented, emailed, or simply been here. You have no idea what you've given me back. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one.